Many of you have a pink page on your seat, and it's in relation to Khalida Gerard, Palestinian MP who's been imprisoned. And I'd like to ask Catherine LaPointe, and I don't know if somebody else is joining me or not, to provide a little context on this. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's even a tape recording of a letter from Khalida. So please stay and listen to that.
Hi everyone, thank you for the time at the end of a great session. But the organizers invited us here just to let you know about and to ask you to take action with us on one particular human rights issue in Palestine. Our friend's mom, Khalida Gerard, is a member of parliament in Palestine, and she was arrested on April 2nd and has been held on entirely political charges ever since in Israeli prisons. She's a political prisoner, and there's an international call out for support to demand for her immediate release. She's not going to get released any other way. We have a letter that we'd like everyone here to sign on to that we're going to deliver tomorrow to MPs, so please don't leave without signing the letter. And we're just going to play a brief letter from Khalida from prison, read by her daughter Yafa.
I spoke about the statistics, numbers, and ratios. About 1 million Palestinian detainees who have been imprisoned by the Israeli occupation since 1967. About the fact that 1/4 of the Palestinian population inside occupied Palestine have been detained at least once. I spoke about the hundreds of women political detainees and the 24 that remain inside Israeli jails today. About the thousands of Palestinian children who have been imprisoned in violation of international laws and charters. About the 240 children who are currently inside Israeli prisons. I spoke about the 6,000 current political prisoners, some of whom suffer from chronic illness that cannot be treated in prison. Some of whom are elderly, some of whom have been imprisoned for 30 years or more. And some 500 administrative detainees who are spending months and years in jail based on secret files and without any charges, trials, or legal procedures. As an elected parliamentarian and as a representative of the Palestinian people, I have chaired the Political Prisoners Committee in the Palestinian Legislative Council for the past 9 years. Prior to that, I worked as the General Director of Ad-Damir Prisoner Support and Human Rights Association, one of the most prominent prisoners' defense organizations, for 10 years. So I have dedicated the past 20 years of my personal and professional life to support and advocate for the freedoms of Palestinian political prisoners inside Israeli jails. Within my capacity as an elected parliamentarian, and as a representative of the Palestinian people, my support for Palestinian political prisoners included advocating around the conditions of imprisonments, the types of arrests, and the different interrogation tactics that Israel uses to obtain and fabricate confessions. I defended the prisoners' rights to adequate health treatment, their right to life, and their right to freedom. Palestinian political prisoners' only sin is defending the freedom of their oppressed peoples, a right that is entrenched in international law. I have appealed to people around the world, to parliamentarians and official representatives, to the rulers and governments, to stand in solidarity with Palestinian prisoners and to condemn and hold the Israeli occupation accountable to their acts of injustice until they comply with international laws and human rights charters. I believe that this remains our duty as Palestinians and your responsibility as members of the international community. Today, my stands and convictions remain the same, except I am reiterating them from the other side of the fence, where I can see more clearly. Today, I'm a political prisoner inside Israeli prisons. I am one of the 24 women political prisoners and one of the 6,000 political detainees. Today, I am one of the thousands who suffer the assault of the jailer and witness injustice every day, every hour, and every moment. I was kidnapped from my home, from my family, from my husband's side, and from my people. I became deprived of delivering the services to those who elected me. I have experienced firsthand the occupation forces' savage and brutal invasion of my house, where they shackled me and kidnapped me to an unknown place. I then received an administrative detention order, an order that relies on laws that are older than my age, an order that does not suit any human being in this day and age. This order was revoked due to your pressure and the voices of the conscious people around the world. The Israeli occupation was shamed for keeping the order against me. But because it is an occupation and because it is an oppressor, they continue to dig through their racist policies and laws, looking for yet more unjust reasons to keep me imprisoned. The occupation is now referring me to a court that we all know is not legitimate. They are deploying military judges who are not fit to lead a fair trial or make a fair judgment, as no oppressor shall put their oppressed on trial. So when the Israeli courts are in themselves farce and based on military orders, how could we possibly believe that any outcome is legitimate? Israel does not follow any set of rules or laws. Their only laws are those that they bend in order to incarcerate Palestinians. Their laws are farce, their courts are farce, and their rules are farce. We, the Palestinian prisoners, are paying the price for seeking freedom. We who defend our dignity and the dignity of all people around the world arm ourselves with your solidarity. We remain strong and determined when we hear your voices of solidarity loud and clear. I address you today as a prisoner who does not know her destiny. I do not know how much time I will spend inside these filthy Israeli jails. These jails that are not suitable or fit for human beings. I do not know if I will find an honest doctor who will care for my health and life if I fall ill. I do not know if I will find a medication that will cure my pain. I do not know if I'm eating clean food or if I'm drinking poisoned water. I do not know when the jailer will invade my prison cell and assault my privacy. I do not know when I will get to hug my daughters Yafa and Suha. I do not know when I will get to kiss my husband. I do not know when my mother will get to hug me or when I will get to kiss my father's forehead. What I do know, and I'm certain of, is that I need your voice and your solidarity. The voice of every free person in this world. Your voice is more important than any of their farce and bent laws. Your voice will be the only power to help us achieve justice and freedom. Salute to all of you and to every free person in this world. The occupation must fall. Palestine and Palestinians will undoubtedly be free.
Read by her daughter Yafa. And so that letter was written in the middle of the summer. So since that time, she's still in prison. It's quite clear that the occupation military court system is intent on dragging the process out as long as possible. And it's quite clear that she needs our support because we're not going to find justice from the military courts. It's up to us to apply political pressure. So that's why we've got that letter circulating. So it's sort of one small thing that we can do to apply a little bit of pressure. So that letter is going to be sent to all MPs in the Toronto area tomorrow. So if you can, please don't sign the pink sheet, but sign the long sheets that are going around. And yes, they're also at the back, and those will be sent off. And check out her website. It's freehalida.org, freehalidajirard.org, and we'll certainly keep people updated as to her situation. So thanks very much to the organizers for the time. Thanks to everyone for giving us your ear, and please don't leave without signing the letter. Cheers.